Hello everyone, welcome to 2025. We had an incredible year of 3-card blind in 2024, and I wanted to take some time to review some fun little bits of information here together. Before we jump into that, I want to make a quick announcement here to acknowledge a correction that changed the winners for the month of December. I'd like to congratulate Uptane247, who tied for first in Novice 1 while using Dwarven Hold, Emrakul the Aeon's Torn, and Stronghold Gambit. With that out of the way, let's talk a little bit about 2024. Over the past year, we saw 959 unique players play in the main event tournament. The average number of players we had per month in 2023 was 63, and in 2024 we saw that average grow all the way to 246 players per month. I think it's really incredible to see how many people have gotten involved in this community, and I'd love to see it continue to grow. For that reason, especially for those of you who have taken a break and haven't played in a while, or perhaps those of you who have never tried the format, I'd like to remind you that the main event tournament is currently running right now and that you can submit a deck on the website anytime between now and the 7th of the month. Supporting this growing community was no easy task and was only possible thanks to the hard work of our volunteer group, the Game Gurus. Over the course of the year, the Game Gurus solved 51,827 unique matches. And just to clarify what I mean here by a unique match, any combination of two decks, Deck A and Deck B, represents two matches that need to be calculated, one for when player A goes first and one for when player B goes first. If we make the assumption that it takes roughly a minute to solve a match, the total amount of time spent by gurus solving matches this year comes out to almost 36 days. And that doesn't even take into account that we use a peer review system where we have multiple gurus double or even triple checking these matches. For that reason, it's absolutely no exaggeration at all for me to say that the main event and this community would not be possible without the incredible help of our Game Gurus. Game Gurus watching this video right now, on behalf of myself and the rest of the community, thank you so much for the incredible work you do. You are all amazing people. Throughout 2024, we saw 1,021 unique cards submitted to the main event tournament. The most popular of these were Ancient Tomb, Remote Farm, Mox Jet, Mishra's Factory, and City of Traders. It's not particularly exciting, but it makes a lot of sense that the most popular cards tended to be mana sources that were used by many different decks. So just to keep things interesting, I thought I'd let you know in the 8th, 9th, and 10th most popular slots we saw Hexdrinker, Chancellor of the Forge, and Sleep Curse Fairy. The most popular decks in 2024 were Chancellor of the Forge Foil Island, Mishra's Factory Mox Jet Nezumi Shortfang, Alpine Moon Hammerheim Heartfire Hero, Sen's Tactician Path to Exile Plains, and Baron Glory Lotus Bloom. Our highest average scoring card of the year was Gorman's Talent, which was only submitted once, so it's claimed this slot thanks to its small sample size and exceptional win rate. If we filter out cards that only had a single submission from the list, the top 5 average scoring cards were Funeral Charm, Swarm Shambler, Retrofitter Foundry, Imaginary Pet, and Woodfall Primus. Some of these cards, like Funeral Charm, Swarm Shambler, and Retrofitter Foundry, are no surprise at all, and they are in fact currently on the ban list. And although Woodfall Primus itself is not banned, Flash is, and Flash was the reason that Woodfall Primus was being played at all. Imaginary Pet is a bit of a weird one to see here. It was only submitted twice, and both of its performances were pretty good. That being said, for those of you who are looking for the next overpowered secret tech, I don't think this is it. Imaginary Pet's average score here still benefited from a low sample size, and both of its submissions were in lower elo ranks. The highest average score deck this year was Crystal Vein, Jace Wielder of Mysteries, and Lotus Bloom. This is another example of low sample size. This deck was only submitted once during the year, but unlike some of the other cases of lower sample sizes, I don't think this misrepresents how powerful Jace is that much. 85% is admittedly an outrageous average score, and probably outside of what is normal even for a card like Jace. but there's no question that Jace's place on the ban list is well deserved. If we ignore cases of single submissions, the top 5 average scoring decks were Bitterblossom Mishra's Factory Moxjet, Field of Ruin Retrofitter Foundry Sol Ring, Mutavault Retrofitter Foundry Sol Ring, Crashing Footfalls Funeral Charm Undiscovered Paradise, and Forest Hexdrinker Wasteland. For those of you who've been around the entire year, these are going to look familiar because each of them includes cards that are currently on the ban list. So just for fun here, the highest average scoring deck that is still legal to play is Luminarch Aspirant Remote Farm, which only had a single submission. If you're looking for a deck that's had more than one submission, the highest average scoring deck would have been Felia Exuberant Shepherd, Prairie Dog, and Remote Farm. And I'd like to wrap things up by saying Happy New Year to all of you, and thank you for supporting this format and the community. I think this is going to be an exciting year, and I'm optimistic that the community will continue to thrive, and I'm looking forward to sharing that journey with all of you. Thanks for watching, everyone, and see you soon.